Okay then guys, we are travelling on the 242 route, going from Stourbridge to Kinver-Potters Cross. And the bus we got is an IDL Enviro 200, which is operated by Select Bus Services. And I hope you enjoy the journey. So we're coming out of Stourbridge Interchange and we're on our way to the picturesque village of South Staffordshire, which is of course Kinver. So anyway, here we go. And the fleet number on this bus is 28 and the reg is KX58 GTF, which is the sister bus to 29, and 29's reg is KX09CHZ, and the interior is just similar to this bus here. So anyway, here we go, coming out of Stourbridge and we're on our way to Kinver, and we're going via Wollaston, the Hyperion Estate, and then we'll come down to the Stew Pony at Staunton, and then we'll come into Kinver. And so anyway, here we go, leaving Stourbridge right now. And also this bus used to belong to IGO Buses as well, so it's been at IGO Buses before coming to Select, and also Falcon Buses as well, Falcon. So it's been with quite a few operators over the years before coming over to Select Bus Services. So anyway, we've just gone past the back of Wilkinson's, and there's the entrance to Stourbridge Town Centre for the vehicles, and that's where the 88 goes, which is the Monday to Friday service, which goes from Stourbridge to Norton, and that is operated by the custom operator. So we're going round the ring road. On the right is the Aldi supermarket, which used to be a B&Q. If you remember, there used to be a B&Q in Stourbridge. There was also one at Merry Hill, but the nearby B&Qs now is at Mucklow Hill, House Owen, and also in Kidderminster. And so anyway, here we go, round the ring road, and we're right by the Crystal Leisure Centre. And the Crystal Leisure Centre has a Furs lift, which has the Piccadilly line voice. And next to the Crystal Leisure Centre, opposite, is the Tesco Extra and the Crown Centre. The Crown Centre used to be an outdoor centre, and opposite the Crystal used to be the old Stourbridge multi-storey car park. And the multi-storey car park had a lift on its own next to the staircase, and there was bridges connecting to a set of two lifts, and opened up by the Crown Centre entrance. But that was demolished back in 2012 to make way for this new Tesco Extra store, which opened in 2013. And of course there used to be a Morrison's in the Crown Centre at Stourbridge, and Morrison's used to be known as Safeway, but the nearby Morrison's now is on Stallings Lane in Kingswinford, which is on the 17 route, and there's one in Kidderminster opposite the Dunelm. And the Dunelm in Kidderminster used to be a Morrison's, and from when it originated as Safeway. So anyway, we're now on our way to Wollaston, and we're following the 25 route, which is the Stourbridge to Dudley, operated by Diamond Bus, and that's operated from the Kidderminster and the Tividale depot. Now, the 242 route has been operated by Select Bus Services since 2021, and it took over from the Green Bus Company, which operated the service since 2020, and it replaced the former Diamond 2 to 8 route, which used to run from Kinver to Russell's Hall Hospital. Way before running to Russell's Hall Hospital, it used to run to the Wallows Road near Brockmore. And that was introduced just before Hanson's local buses was bought out by Diamond, and if you know, Hanson's used to do the 228 route. And the main fleet on the 228 with Hanson's was the ADL Enviro 200s, which were branded for the route, and that was 21103 and 21104. And of course there was the 227, which just ran between Kinver and Stourbridge, and that only operated in the mornings and early evenings. And 1227 went on to the 228, another one went on the 287, which is now the 142 route, and the 287 became the 28 just before the 142, and then the last one went on to the 250 route, which was the Merry Hill Circular, which is now the 25 from Stourbridge up to Dudley. So anyway, we're now in Wollaston High Street, and Wollaston is the terminus of the number 7 service from Dudley that used to be operated by Wolverhampton Park Lane Garage, and now it's once again operated by Pensnick Depot. And when it was operated by Wolverhampton Park Lane Garage, it used to interwork at Dudley with the 82 Dudley to Wolverhampton via Bilston. So anyway, we're on our way to Kinver right now. And the main fleet allocation on the 242 route is ADL Enviro 200s. And the buses is either 28, 29 or 32. And 32 is the white ADL Enviro 200, which is the ex-IGO bus. And the interior on that bus is similar to the ex-Hanson's ADL Enviro 200s, which is seen at Diamond Kidderminster. And they have made appearance on the 580 route, which runs from Kinver to Kidderminster. And I'll be mentioning the 580 when we get near Kinver. So anyway, we're on our way to the Hyperion Estate. And the Hyperion Estate was added on to the 242 last year in 2022. Because before, the 242 used to serve Old Swinford and Stourbridge Junction railway station. And that was really handy, to be honest, for passengers to go directly onto the Kidderminster train without having to use the lift or the stairs to swap from one platform to another. Of course, Bangor Buses did the 1X at the Stourbridge Shuttle rail replacement in 2020 until 2021, and that brought another operator to the town, because you had the custom operator that does the 318 from Stourbridge to Bromsgrove, and now the 88 from Stourbridge to Norton. And of course you had the green bus doing the Kinver run, and now you got select buses doing the Kinver run. And of course there was bricked coaches that did the rail replacement when the Stourbridge shuttle train was off. So anyway, this is the Hyperion Estate, and this route repeats the Hyperion both ways, goes the same way across the Hyperion, going to and from Kinver. And there was a 242 in Stourbridge before, and that was Travel West Midlands, but that went to Dudley via Old Hill and Neverton. And but the 242 is the one that runs to Kinver. However, there has been rare buses on the 242, such as Commanders, Optare Solos, Dennis Starts as well, and there's also been a Versa on it as well. So there's been quite a few random vehicles on the 242 we select. And with Diamond on the 228, they used Optare Solos, a Metro City, and of course they've had a B7 on the 227 as well. So there's been quite a few vehicles on the 228 as well as the 242. But the 242 is usually worked by the ADL Enviro 200s. So anyway, we're just carrying on our journey across the Hyperion. So we are heading down towards Staunton next to Stew Pony, and we will be going past the Stourbridge Rugby Club, which will be coming up. So I hope you enjoy my videos on Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. Shout out to Black Country Traveller. You should check out this route, the 242 Stourbridge to Kinver. It's a very picturesque route. So anyway, we just completed our journey on the Hyperion Estate, and we will be going on to the A458 at the Bridgnorth Road. So we're going to continue back onto the Wollaston Road and then join the Bridgnorth Road, the A458. And this is going to take us down to Staunton the Stew Pony. And then we will head on to the A449. And then we'll turn off onto Dunsley Road, go past Dunsley Hall. And that will then take us down into the village of Kinver. So we'll go past the Vine Inn, then we'll adjoin onto Mill Lane, then we'll go through the High Street, and then we'll go up Enville Road, and then we'll come to Meddings Lane, Potters Cross, then we'll go onto Windsor Crescent, Jenks Avenue, and then terminate at Whitehill. So anyway, guys, this is the run down towards Stew Pony. So there's the National Grid right in front of me. The Stourbridge Rugby Club is on the left-hand side. So the rugby club is on the left-hand side, coming up. So the rugby club is on the left-hand side, and that's Stourbridge Rugby. So anyway, here we go. Down the A458, the Bridgnorth Road. And this does take you to Bridgnorth. And the Bridgnorth Road does continue. It goes up towards the Foresters Lodge and also goes towards the Fox Inn at Staunton. And the Bridgnorth Road then changes to Cott Lane. It goes under a small set of National Grid pylons, and then it comes towards Enville, and then it changes back to Bridgnorth Road from Enville area, and goes past the Six Ashes pub and the Six Ashes tea rooms, and then it goes along and comes into the market town of Bridgnorth. And I do like Bridgnorth, to be honest. And of course, talking of Bridgnorth, the Green Bus service back in 2021 did the X94 service from Birmingham to Cardy Mill Valley through Kinver. And so anyway, here we are at Staunton, the Stew Pony. So the 242 used to run to Merryhill, and that went via Merryhill Sainsbury's, while the 228 went via Amblecote Road. So anyway, here we are at the Stew Pony right now. So we're now on our way towards Kinver. And Kinver is served by the Select Bus Service 242 from Stourbridge, and the twice a day Tuesday, Thursday and Friday 580 service, which is operated by Diamond Bus from Kidderminster. And the 580 is operated from the Kidderminster depot for Diamond. And the main vehicle allocation to the route is any vehicle, as it only runs twice a day. So it will either be a Volvo B7 RLE Right Eclipse Urban, which is rare, alongside a Versa and a Plaxton Centro. Well, Plaxton Centros have made appearances on the 580 quite a lot. Even ADL Enviro 200s. Optare Solos are usually regularly on the 580. So there has been Optare Solos on the 580. But when Diamond did it before Coniston took over, they used a lot of Denny Starts on the route. And when Coniston did it, they used minibuses, which were made by Mercedes-Benz. Of course, there has been the rare appearance of the MX-55 BYA Optare Solo, which was my favourite solo at Coniston. I really liked that solo, MX-55 BYA. That was a great solo. I liked that solo, which was the red one. And of course, there has been the the ex-Lothian Scottish Solo SRs, the blue one and the white one on the 580. So anyway, here we go. We're coming into Kinver. So we're on our way down to Kinver Village, and this is a really great route, the 242. And coming up in front, you will see the Church of St. Peter's on top of the hill. And you'll also see the Vining pub. So anyway, as we get round the corner, and just right on top of the hill is the Church of St. Peter's. So there's St. Peter's Church in Kinver. So that's St. Peter's Church in Kinver. So anyway, we're now coming into Kinver right now. And this service will terminate in Kinver, and then we'll go back to Stourbridge. So there's the Vining pub, which is on my right hand side. So there's the Vining pub, and we are now going across the River Stour. Well, not the River Stour, the Staffordshire and Worcestershire Canal towpath, and the Staffordshire Canal as well. So the next thing we're going to cross is the River Stour. So the River Stour is next. So this is the bridge at the River Stour. So as well as that, there's the Kinver pumping station, and there's Kinver Mill House. So we're now arrived into Kinver. So a very warm welcome to Kinver. I hope you enjoyed the journey all the way from Stourbridge, and please be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, Joe's Bus Train Plane Lift Adventures. Going left goes up to Brockley's Walk, which is the terminus of the 580 service from Kidderminster. And also, this is actually my first Select Bus video of 2023. The last time I went on a Select Bus service was back in 2022, and that was the 877 service from Wolverhampton that goes via Brood and all that, and all those little villages. But this is actually my first Select Bus video of 2023. I'm hoping to do a few more Select Bus videos very soon, like the 96 from Telford to Shrewsbury, Salop. And also the 101, which goes from Madeley to Wellington. So I'm planning to do quite a few of those routes very soon. So please stay tuned for that, guys. So anyway, we're just going through Kinver Village. Thank you for watching the 580, guys. Enjoy the remainder of the journey as we head to the terminus at Potters Cross, Whitehill. Thank you for watching.